Let's see what we got here. Okay. Welcome, you guys. Hey. So just a couple of things here as we're going. So there were a couple people that put responses into this Connect meeting that was for today, like over the last couple of days. And so, like, you should never, do the Connect activity before the actual Connect takes place. The whole idea behind this is that we actually, get one chance during the week for a short amount of time to actually kind of get together and do something together. So, unfortunately, I think the class is 24, and there's only usually been about 6 or 7 people that are coming. So it doesn't, we're not exactly getting exactly what we want out of this, but we do appreciate you folks that are here that are showing up and doing this. Again, I think it's important to at least make some sort of attempt to try to connect during the week as we're working. So does that make sense, everybody? Again, give me a thumbs up that you understand that that just hold off until we get to the actual Connect. Perfect. Yep. And so what happens, basically the reward of you guys being here is that when I grade these, the people that were here and attended and did what they're supposed to do, you'll get a better grade than the people that don't come to the Connects. That's about all we can do, really, to reward you for doing what you're supposed to be doing. But again, it is appreciated. Okay. So if you, hopefully you were here last week or watched through last week, we're doing kind of a 3-week activity here that has to deal with kind of reading on your own. So just based off of the assignments I got, again, most of you have selected something, either you're already reading it or you've agreed to start reading it. Let me just make sure I can see. This is good. Just make sure I got a chat window too, in case anybody wants to ask anything. So you should have chosen something that you want to read on your own, and hopefully you've already started reading that. And then today we're going to talk about what you're going to do with what you've read over the last couple of weeks. And so the activity today, and I'll remind you again at the end of this, the activity today in the discussion area. Again, some people already wrote in there, but I deleted all the discussions because you need to know what you're doing first before you actually did the assignment. The activity today is to, number one, write the book that you're going to read or the book that you are reading. You should have already started, hopefully. And then activity 2 is to tell me what you're going to do for your project. Okay, so I'm going to go through the project right now, the project examples. So this is what needs to be done before you come to class, before you come to the next Connect next Wednesday. So if you want to wait until Tuesday to do it, or if you want to work on it earlier or whatever, but here are your options to do with the book that you're reading. So number 1, design a book cover for the book that you read. You can draw, paint, sketch, whatever, and then you're going to post that image in the discussion thread. So, and I'll remind you guys as we get closer there, but this one, I want you to actually post them before we meet. Okay, so this would be the one example that I want you to post in the discussion, and I'll remind you next week. Put it in there on Tuesday night, whatever, before we meet on Wednesday, so we can actually kind of go through them together in the Connect next Wednesday. Okay, so again, the discussion for today, I want you to post the book you're reading, and then one of these options. So either design a book cover. Option 2 is write a blog post. Okay, so there's lots of free blogs out there, or you can just pretend to write a blog. Here's an example of one right here. You can do a book talk. So you could do something where you record yourself, do it on YouTube or some other tool that way. Design a menu based on the characters, events set in your book. What do they eat, might eat, things like that. A critic Yelp review. So write a Yelp review for your book. Could be a challenge, but you could do a twist and review a place in the book. You could write an ad for the book. So an advertisement, maybe you could do that. You could do that through a social media. So you create a TikTok if you want to, or create an Instagram post or whatever. So do that. And again, share that with the class. Do a film or movie trailer. So, you could do something like that. Again, kind of based on what you think the book is. You could create your own soundtrack. So pick 5 songs for it and explain how each song is relevant or how that would kind of appear if the book was made into a movie. to do that. Go on a treasure hunt, select one word or topic, and follow links until you've read at least 8 or 9 articles. Coldest place in the world, things like that. And then develop a video game based on your book. Okay, who would be in it, so on and so forth. So lots of options here. I'm also open if like none of these really is what you're into. If you want to send me an email and say, hey, Mr. Krebs, I was thinking, could I do this for my project for the Reading Garden? And then just make sure I approve it. But basically, want you to be creative, do something kind of non-traditional around the book that you're reading. Okay? Does that make sense? Does this information here make sense? Can I get a thumbs up or something in the chat about what you're going to do with the book you're reading for next week? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Good. Good. Okay. So let me reiterate kind of the main points here. Number one, you do have to do an activity right now when we're done with this, is to go into the Connect folder, into the discussion for today's topic, and write in there, number one, the book that you're reading, and number two, which of these project options you want to do. Okay, so that will be a graded activity, so I will grade it. Just being here and showing up to the Connect is part of it, to get the information, but actually completing that is what I actually grade each week. So that's item number one. Item number two, and I'll remind you that this project needs to be done before we come to the Connect next Wednesday. Again, I'm going to try to get as many folks there as possible, but we'll show up on the next Wednesday, and we will kind of go through. We'll share, and you guys, we'll get a chance to look at what everyone else did for their books. Give me a thumbs up on that. Give me a thumbs up that we're all good with understanding what's required to be for today and what's required to be for next week. Awesome, you guys. Again, I try to keep these kind of short and sweet. I know time is precious, and you want to do other things. I really appreciate you guys being here. Again, hopefully we'll allow this to grow to get some more folks here as well, especially for next week as we kind of share these. So any questions for me? All right, good to see you guys virtually. Have a great day. We will see you soon. Take care. Have a good one.